Our next inductee is Steve Palmore. Steve is a 1971 graduate of Indiana Central, where he was a 4-year letter winner for the wrestling team. He was a member of 4 conference championship teams, and his 1970 team was inducted into the UIndy Hall of Fame in 2010. His senior year, Steve achieved an undefeated record in the regular season, qualified for the national tournament, and finished 8th and was dubbed an All-American. Since graduation, Steve operates Palmore Farms and has served as an IHSAA wrestling official and coach. Congratulations to Steve Palmore, a 2020 University of Indianapolis Hall of Fame inductee. Steve?
First of all, thanks Matt, Gina, Brooke, for all the work that you people do to put this on. It's amazing. I burned up the internet line with Gina quite a bit, so I appreciate all she's done. Same for the athletic department, Coach and Mrs. Wiley. Congratulations on her soon-to-be retirement after 45 years at this place. Truly amazing. And congratulations again, like everybody else has announced, to all the new inductees. It's really quite an honor. Today, I guess I get to reflect back a little bit and acknowledge a lot of people that made all this possible. First, you got to start off with my folks, Charlie and Loretta Palmore. Dad's no longer with us. Mom's not in very good shape. Would have been here today if possible, but it's just not possible. But they were always there by my side, all the matches, traveling as many of them as they could. And also to my grandparents. They helped form my foundation. And foundation is everything in the family, which lets you go on to do whatever you want in life. Outside of that family structure are 4 guys that were my coaches in high school and college. And you really don't realize how great I had it with the mentors that I had. In high school, I had 2 of the best coaches anybody could ever have, Chauncey McDaniel and Coach Bill Bain, who's here today with his wife Becky. I'm honored that they're here, and thanks to Coach for so much faith that he showed in me as I was making my decision to come up here. After high school, after my senior year, I knew I wanted to go on to school and wrestle, but I really don't know how it was going to happen. I just really wasn't thinking in those terms, how it can happen. Well, then along comes Paul Velez. I knew Paul as a coach up here and officiated a lot of my matches through high school. And it just so happened that senior year, at about this time, when I was up in the stands watching the state finals at Southport, Paul comes along and sits down beside me. Finds me in all this big crowd up there and sits down next to me. And I'm going, what's this? And he pulls out a folder. It's got all my grade transcripts in it, my resume. We do a little bit of chit-chat and talk, and he says, I want you to come to Indiana Central and wrestle for me and get your college degree. I said, yes, sir. I'll see you in the fall. So it really changed my life at that point as to where I was going to go. So after 3 years, 3 very successful years, and 3 team conference teams, Paul found a different path in life and was going to be leaving my senior year. So in comes Terry Weatherall with his wife Lorraine, who's here today, for our senior year, Mike William and I's senior year. And Terry was readily accepted into leading this team. There was never a question who was in charge. We all accepted each other. He didn't try and reinvent the wheel. And we had another tremendous year, winning the conference again and qualifying 6 guys to the national tournament. Now, apparently, he enjoyed that first year so much, he stayed around here for another 30 years, continuing building on that tradition that we'd always had in wrestling here, winning championships, winning teams, winning individuals, All-Americans, and just giving an opportunity like I was given to a lot of guys to come here, continue their wrestling, and getting their education. Congratulations, Terry. Now, I also see at this table, my coach's table down here, this is kind of later in life. It's funny how things work out. Tom Keeley and Melissa Keeley. Tom wrestled at Mishawaka High School, and then later, Terry coached him in the later 80s and 80s, 90s. Well, after Tom got out of school, we were fortunate enough to hire him down at Whiteland High School at the same time that my son was wrestling, getting started in wrestling down there. Tom came in and completely rebuilt our program from the middle school and the little kids program and assisting at the high school. And we were fortunate to have him all during my son's career through high school. And that's how I got to know Tom Keeley and his wife Melissa. And then later on, his daughter and granddaughter played together through high school and softball. Next table I want to recognize is all my teammates over here. We were fortunate to have a heck of a run. Now the program was already on solid base before Mike, William, and I came in together as freshmen. The program was already a very successful program. But because of our senior leadership and Mike Watkins, we were able to win that conference tournament our very first freshman year. And that kind of set the path for everything else thereafter. And for the next 3 years, the guys like Marlo Mullen, Vince Flecker, Mike Willoughby, Dave Holman, who you've already mentioned, has coached another member that's inducted here tonight. Those are the kind of guys we had. Just tremendous athletes, great friends, and still friends today that we see each other quite often. My last table out here, my family. I'm honored to have them here today. Very lucky to have them here. Like I said, unfortunately, my mom couldn't be here, but my youngest sister, Christy, and her husband, David, my son, Clint, and his wife, Chandra, my daughter, Stacy, and her husband, Adam. Pretty close group of people, and just proud to say it's all part of my family. And last but not least, the whole reason for it, my wife out here for 45 years. Just a tremendous influence on my life. I'm so thankful that she's part of my life. So, thank you. One last shout out. I got a bunch of guys back here at this table that have been long-time buddies, and they surprised the heck out of me about being here tonight. We've been friends since grade school and Little League. We're still great friends today. They surprised me by this because I never said a word to them. They found out somehow and surprised me by showing up. So thank you, guys. I am humbled and honored by this nomination and to be part of Indiana Central and UIndy. It's just something you really never think about, and I'm just one lucky guy to be here. So I want to say again, thank you to all of you attending out here and honoring these people and being part of their lives today, because it is truly a special day. Thank you.